Is trying to build a new neighborhood, but it wouldn't be like most others.
This one would be for homeless people. The new neighborhood or village near the Tiger Bay State Forest would house nearly 3,000 people. Gemini's Blaine Tollison joins us live now. And Blaine, who would pay for it?
Well, if the local coalition supports it, your money would help pay for it. And this is because there isn't much shelter here in Volusia County. Only a few hundred beds for thousands, including the several at the Salvation Army here behind me. Nonprofit organizations for the homeless go by many different names, but they provide similar, if not the same, services each. Michael Arth believes in their mission, but he also thinks that drug rehab, employment services, food, and shelter can all be offered at one place, Tiger Bay Village.
This is the opportunity to try something new.
It's an 80-acre community where he says the homeless can find treatment. The basic infrastructure would cost $2 million to build, plus $280,000 for each 15-person group home. Arth says it's better than wasting millions moving transients through jails, hospitals, and the current programs that aren't working.
We want to provide housing, immediate housing for any homeless person who needs it. So anyone who falls through the cracks could go there.
This morning, Arth proposed the idea to the local homeless coalition, which decides how to spend nearly $1.5 million to help the homeless and whether to fund projects like Tiger Bay Village.
It's a very straightforward process. The government, the state, and the federal governments have specific requirements that you have to meet to be eligible for funds.
Arth claims he meets all of those requirements, and he says the land is already available for the project, but without the coalition's support, he'll have to search for private money.
For me, the quest to build a community of services for the adult homeless, who aren't being helped by the current system, began in DeLand, Florida, with a man named Dean Bieber. Dean, known among those in the homeless community as Dino the Dinosaur, would periodically stumble out of the woods to forage in the city and paw through dumpsters like a feral animal. This is Dino in 2006, passed out by the side of the road near my house. After I called 911, Dino got the usual triple response, which means the police, the fire department, and an ambulance all show up just in case. If you multiply this response by the inefficient way in which we have been handling homeless-related issues all over the country for decades, it's comparable in cost to the Normandy invasion and just as lethal.
Do you remember passing out in the Garden District?
That might be a possibility.
How many times a year do you think that might happen?
Too often. Too often. It's a shame, but my name is Dino.
On October 31st, 2008, I was walking downtown where merchants were preparing for the annual Monsters on Main Street Halloween event when I came across Dino, dressed in his authentic vagabond costume, of course. I asked him about letting me film his life in one of the camps where he lived. He said the most interesting camp was the one run by a nasty character named Dirty Dave, but that Dave would kill us both if Dean took me there uninvited, especially with a video camera. That's the camp I want to see, I told him, but why don't you go in first and ask his permission? What I soon found out is that Dave loves attention more than he hates visitors. So what you will see is Dirty Dave's homeless camp, just as I experienced it beginning on that very day. Except for Dino, I had never before met any of the subjects in this film. There was no crew, no lights, no staging, and no script. Just raw life as it's lived in the woods by people who are willing to share with us the good, the bad, and the ugly. Why do they call you Dirty Dave?
Well, because I used to did the dirty deeds done dirt cheap kind of thing.
Like what kind of deeds?
Well, it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
If the money was right, it didn't really matter.
Allison, me and Warren, I'm a nurse, LPN.
All right.
I'm gonna sit right here.
Used to be Miss Daytona Beach, 1981. I was Miss WMFJ, first runner-up, and I'm a hottie.
All right.
You're such a hottie. You want to be like Elizabeth
I'm
Taylor,
still
so you
telling.
want to be the
star of the
You're
show.
the A-list movie star. You are smoking
Wildlife,
hot. You are
raccoons
smoking
come
hot.
right up, raccoons, and we got
Marilyn
cats,
Monroe
and we
or
got everything out here. And
So
it
does
was,
Liz Taylor, you hottie. Oh, gosh. We're only having fried chicken tonight, mashed potatoes and gravy, and a hottie maybe if she keeps running that gator. The Taj Mahal. What is the 10-man tent? And there's the only people
know
sleeping
what,
there is
Dave?
me and women. What?
What?
What do you know?
She's trying.
that's all I
she's
ever
trying-
talk about.
yeah,
Women, women,
she's
women,
stealing my
women.
limelight, bro.
Women, women. I'm a woman.
She's stealing my limelight.
And
Let me
they
say it.
treat me like a piece of crap. It's my turn.
Do I
Edit
treat
that
you
if
like
you
that? Don't put me in that.
I
category.
didn't meet you till yesterday. And if I was pretty and put my dress and everything on, I'd be
You're a
wow.
hottie. You're almost like Liz Taylor, huh? Except for she's not quite as skinny as you. She's a little chubby now. Hey, nice ass. Whoa.
You ever do any exotic dancing?
Yes.
Where did you work?
Mostly
Daytona.
right there in front of that blue chair with me, dog. Quit chasing me. Get out of here. She's as crazy as a shithouse rat. I'm getting my spices.
Hey, Ron, do we have any smoking now?
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
I'm homeless, so I don't look very good, but
I said, didn't you just...
I was Miss Daytona Beach. For real. You can look it up. I was Miss WMFJ in my earlier years.
1201.
WMFJ is a radio station.
Oh.
Said it was 2 days long.
And I get tan and I look hot. So if you know a guy that wants me,
Hey,
please,
Don't sneak up on me, dude, with a hot skillet.
please have him on me. No, I got robbed over there. He's not
Trying to
talking
steal
to
my
you.
limelight. I'm the star here. Look at this, the star quality. Look. I am one handsome individual. I'm an A-list actor right here. Did you do the Pee Wee Herman? I'm gonna hit a ball for this young man right here just to show him what
No,
time
they
it is.
really did hurt me. They really did hurt me. Now these people, I don't know who the people were over there. See them big logs over there?
Yeah.
I got thrown on my back. And I can't even hardly walk. Hey, you wanna play golf?
Sure. Let's see you play golf.
It's right behind your shoe.
Oh.
Chicken shit. Well, okay. I'm drying out my clothes. The rain got me.
Okay.
Rain got me, sir. My name is Ronald Grimsley, and about 9 months ago, I got hurt. Hurt my neck. I had degenerative disc disease, and
I'm sick.
I had to leave work on a leave of absence, and couldn't work no longer because I couldn't walk right, and I couldn't use my hand. I'm a cook, and I couldn't usually do what I need to do, so I had to leave, and I went to the hospital after I fell. I fell real hard. They found out that I had degenerative disc disease, and that if I didn't get an operation on my neck, that I was going to be crippled in a wheelchair if I didn't get it done. And about 2 months later, I started having seizures and tremors, and he said that he's going to have to go back in through the back. First they went in through the front and put 2 plates in the front and 2 plates in the back to stabilize it with all the repairing he did with it. They denied me disability because I wasn't out of work for 12 consecutive months yet. So my landlord in Orange City, I was staying there for 5 years, said that he can't wait any longer. He's going to have to let me go. I've been here 3.5 weeks, almost a month, coming on a month now, and it's been kind of rough, little adjustment. I've been with my brother. He's taking care of me and looking after me, and that's my story. I'm a little down on my luck, and I'm not too happy.
What did you do before? What was your work?
I'm a CNA with acute and chronic care certificates. I take care of the dying. I work with hospice, and then during whenever I felt like it, I went and did some cooking, and I was at Perkins for 5 years. I've got some health care with the health care department, but not too much. It's going to run out in December, and I got to go reapply. But that's my car out there, but I don't have no gas in it. Can't drive it because I don't have no gas.
And,
it's kind of a tough situation, but I'm trying to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The best I can. That's my tent.
Yeah.
That's Dave's tent.
Have you had any incidents since you've been here?
No, not so far.
Yeah.
No.
So you feel safe? Here?
Yelling and screaming. I feel safe when I'm with my brother. Yeah. My name is Dirty Dave. Okay, but this is what the girls call me. By God, I was blessed. I'm a short little bastard, but by God, God blessed me, huh? Right? Come
Don't
on now.
ask me.
Oh, don't you lie now. Don't you lie. Let's see them boobies. Keep that cigarette out of your mouth. Elizabeth Taylor, hottie, would not be smoking a cigarette while she's on camera. That's very unladylike.
Yes, she would. That's Marilyn.
Quit
Monroe.
doing that, because it's Halloween and there's no
Okay.
telling what could happen. 1, 2, 3, go!
Yeah,
There you
your
have it.
dick and your dick is a little low.
My name's Dirty Dave. That's my name on the streets. My name is DBG, Davy Boy Green. I lived a good life for a long time. Many years, many years. Got a domestic violence, got a 270 days in jail, got out. Wife left me, lost everything I had. I come out of jail in a pair of boxer shorts and a ripped t-shirt and had to start over. A partner of mine I seen in jail that I knew for 30 years, he said, hey, I got a tent set up over here. It was over there off of Highway 92. He said that he could put me up for a few nights. And here I am. So then, got jobs here and there. Did real well for a while. I was out of the woods for 7 months. Came back, it was a disaster.
They're right there.
I was there for about 3 months. The guy that kicked me out said, come on back, man, come on back. So he took me back, stayed there for another almost 13 months. And the girl I was with got in a fight with his brother, got us 86th from the domicile that I was residing in, and now I'm back in the saddle again, trying to do the best I can. And then my brother runs into a jam, so now I don't want to say babysit, but I'm going to go ahead and say babysit, because he's got a little hitch in his giddy up, and I got to help my brother out. Blood, sticker, and water, no matter what, I'm going to help him out. So I put him up in a nice rack. He's got a box spring and a mattress in that tent over yonder. feed and water him every day, cigarettes and beer, and give him a good book to read, and carry his chair back. He's got a lounge chair in the woods for crime and he Dutchess. I mean, give me a break. The old cliche, I'm a jack of all trades, a master of none. Well, I'm a master of painting. And did some jail and prison time, and a little bit of 6 years in the military. I have a drinking problem. That is my gig. I screwed up. Here I am. I cop to it. There you have it. But I do everything. I'm really good. I work as much as I can. I get by. I recycle all my beer cans, hence the recycle bucket over there. I do what I can. I go green when I can. I help other people out. I feed everybody. I am the camp chef. I rule the roost. I am that guy. Dirty Dave. Okay, here you have it. Manslaughter. Went from murder one to manslaughter.
What happened?
All right, what time is it?
Well,
5
somebody killed my
o'clock?
brother, so I went and killed him. There you have
Let
it.
me see.
How old was he at the time?
37.
What time
I'm
is it?
46 as we sit.
My friend's still at
So I did
home.
that gig. And I got pinched on a couple of baby stuff, you know. Did about 13 years altogether. So there you have it.
What's the story of drugs in prison?
Easy money. It's easy. If you have somebody on the outside sending you money to your account, and you got dough that you can get your hands on, you know, all bets are off. You can get anything you want.
In prison.
Everything that's on the menu. You know the deal, and whoever I'm talking to knows the deal. From soup to nuts. I do not dig none of that except for marijuana, and keep alcohol on the list. Please to God, don't cancel that out on me, because then I'm going back. Because I'll start breaking in every freak. I'll make a still. I don't care. I'm gonna drink. That's what I do. But I'm a functional alcoholic. Look at this here. Look at Eddie. Get a shot of Eddie with my cross. I believe in Jesus, and I listen to church on my radio every Sunday to David Youth, First Baptist Church of Orlando, and I smoke pot and drink beer. As far as everything else is, that's recreational. I barely do anything else. I'll do a pill every now and again for pain, because I hurt from my feet to my head because I used to race motorcycles, and I was a crazy kid. Very crazy individual. I was the crazy individual out of 5 boys and 1 girl. I was the knucklehead. I'm the black sheep. But other than that, smoke a joint here and there, drink mass quantities of alcohol that I get my paws on. I eat good. I never go hungry. Nobody around me goes hungry, cold, thirsty, nothing. Hence all the guest rooms that I have here. Anybody rolls in hungry or thirsty, tired, wants to lay their head down, cold, climb in, man. My boss owns a $350,000 motor coach, and he's a camping fool. He'll close the shop and says, Dave, I'm going to be gone for a couple, 3 weeks. So, I don't know what to tell you. And he beats it. Slams the doors of the shop. I'm not going to give you the name of the place. And then I'm stuck for a minute, you know, for 3 weeks with nothing to do. So then I got to do what I got to do. If I got to hit a dumpster, or if I got to hit up a friend, or if I got to hit up a relative, I do it. Here you go, Dino. You want to smoke? Is that what you're doing? There you have it, son. Right there on that chair. You see it? And
Tell you what, put a shirt, put it. She had it.
so you got to do what you got to do. Other than that, then you know. But most of the time, I roll back in. I get paid $80 to $100 a day, and I know I could do better. But give us, me and my brother here, another couple weeks. We're out of here. We're in a little efficiency together. This is temporary. but I gotta take care of my brother. Number one rule. I was ordered from that from my oldest brother in California. Take care of your brother, or I'll fly from California to where you're at, because I know where you're at. He got it on GPS on the computer. He's got it printed out. He knows exactly where I'm at, coordinates and everything. And he will severely kick my ass if I don't take care of my partner.
Got it?
You know, if we would come up with something like a camp or a, you know, or an area where we can all get together and have health care and food and rehabilitation and employment and stuff, I think that's a wonderful gig. I think that's probably one of the best thoughts I've ever heard. I think that would be wonderful for everybody. I mean, you can call it commune, you can call it, but you know, work for your efforts. And maybe that it'll work out in the long run for everybody. And the next thing you know, it gets thinning out. Everybody goes the good way, and then you bring some more bad ones in, and you get them out good. Bring out, you know what I mean? Just like washing dishes. Bring in the bad, put out the good. I think right now that there should be a facility, because there's a lot of mentally ill homeless people out there that aren't, that they have potential. They do. They can be productive. But what it is there's nothing for them out there. There's a lot of mentally ill people out there that need help, that don't need to be laying in the woods. They need to be with a psychologist or psychiatrist on meds that aren't getting it because they can't get it or afford it. I think the best thing is, yeah!
No.
I got somebody coming in right now. Everybody calls into my camp so I don't clobber them with a baseball bat or something. This guy's name is Billy. Where'd you get a load of this cat?
Did you get
Hey, Bill.
Something going on there, Hyra.
wash
Go
your
see
house?
that skill over by them pots over there. Grab you a chicken wing.
Clothes.
Get your chicken
I
wing.
want to make a
You
sandwich.
better ask him
Just get your
first.
fucking chicken wing, man. Quit crying.
Dave.
I can't afford no bread on you. Bring a fucking loaf of bread and I'll...
Dave,
God bless. Will you quit interrupting me when I'm talking, son?
what happened to that sign?
What? You got it. Somebody did, because it ain't here now. God bless it. This smoking. God. You know I'm going to do that tonight?
Hey, my
We're going to have
Billy.
sex tonight, but
I'm
she's
Billy.
just not going to be here. Well, she will in a way, but... Did I say that? Okay.
Well, I was growed up and I got old enough and got married and went to Vietnam. Come out of Vietnam, got divorced. I've been on the street for about 20 years. Just waiting to get to 62 where I can get a check and retire. That's about it.
What kind of work do you do?
I panhandle and hold a sign. That's about it. Yeah, that's about all life. That's about all of it.
And do you have any mental issues or disabilities?
Oh, I'm disability all over. High blood pressure, arthritis, hernia, liver disease, and bronchitis. Yeah, I'm disabled.
What are your drugs of choice?
I don't do drugs. All I do is drink.
What about tobacco?
Tobacco, I smoke cigarettes. Yeah,
How much do you drink each day?
couple 4-packs.
Go on the table, Dino.
Yeah.
Go on the
You go back at. How'd you find this place?
Dean.
Oh, Dean showed it to you?
Start with.
I went to Harvard. 8 years. I'm very, very well educated. You can ask me any word you want, and I guarantee I'll tell you what that word means.
Ipso facto.
Ipso facto means you're a total idiot. That's basically what it amounts to. The gift of gab on the street. It's all in how you talk to people. And I mean it, so I'll talk to you straight up. It's all in how you talk to somebody. You say, hey, listen, I'm just a little down. Can you help me? And you know what? You see, we all help each other. We're all family. Most important thing. And I remember the day you came running up to me right there at D-Lamp Penny Saver. I'm going to bring this up. And I thought you were going to say, hey, man, hey, here, brother. Here's, you know, a couple bucks or something. You gave me a lecture, and I'm like, that hurt my heart all day. I said, and the workers you had working for you, they did slap ash. You know what I mean? Slap, you know, I don't want to go in there. They didn't do perfection. They did slapdash work for you. That's what they did. And they accused me. They said, oh, that was Dean. That has to be Dean. I didn't do it. That's what hurt me. That's what every time I see him, I say, what's up, brother?
I'm sorry, because I was just going on what they told me.
I know, they lied to you. That's what hurt me. And I said, man, they lied to you. They keep their job to get on your good side.
Well, I'm sorry about that, man.
Hey, brother, guess what? I'm a Christian. And guess what? I'll show you one thing. This is what I was showing people. You see this? And you see the little tiny. I want to make a necklace because I am a Christian. I went through 3 youth groups. I am an ordained minister.
What did they do with you after you passed out? Where did they take you?
Hospital.
How long were you there?
Until my blood alcohol level came proper.
And then what happened?
Kicked me out the door. 3 o'clock in the morning. Now where am I supposed to go? Where am I supposed to go?
How many times a year do you think that might happen?
Maybe 3, maybe 4. I go right next door, right there to the dentist place right there. And the other office is right there. I just sleep right there. And as soon as the sun breaks, I get up and I walk. And I pass by the graveyard, and guess what? God bless everybody. Hey, I can hear spirits. I hear myself. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Rest in peace. God bless you. God bless you. Right down Plymouth.
Dean Beaver, 8 years in Harvard University. Could have been a lawyer, but he chose to be a drunk.
I served in the military for 13 years. And here I am, I've been homeless for about 20 years. And it's not a very good story. Living in the woods is not a good thing. Yeah, look at my hands. They are messed up big time. I need to get disability somehow. I get bad cramps. I used to do concrete work and laboring for plasterers. I used to have to stick my arms down in the concrete. I got Lyme disease all over my arms. And my hands cramp up real bad. I mean, I'm talking about like this. Both of them. First it goes to this one, then it goes to this one. And I got a pinch sciatic nerve. I've got clogged arteries in my legs, both legs. And they just want, I guess they just want me to die, I don't know. I mean, it's real pitiful. I just don't know what to say. Now, you're about to make me cry.
Where do you sleep?
Right there. There should be
keep it pretty neat.
Try. People help me. Been here about 3 years with my buddy Dave. Well, I just met him on the streets. I pedal my butt all the way to Leon Springs to do work, and I pedal my butt all the way down here to do work in any of these. I've got 3 ruptured discs in my neck and 4 bulging discs in my back. It ain't good. Nothing's good.
I mean, do you drink or?
Yeah, I drink, but I'm trying to slow down.
Yeah. Do you smoke?
Yeah, I smoke cigarettes. You want one?
No thanks. Don't smoke.
Hi, this is Ron again. You know what I think really sucks, you know, is our form of communication for the people that in my situation. It's really hard to get get to a phone, you know, getting in contact with a doctor, getting in contact with your brother, getting in contact with anyone. Systems that are breaking down for us because we don't have the access like everybody else does to the information age, and it's just so ridiculous. Only a phone could help so many people. A landline where somebody could come in and say, listen, you want to use the phone as long as you want. That's really hard.
Somebody you want to call?
It's not right now because I talked to my brother yesterday. Till 6 months ago, I wasn't everything was just fine. I was living in a beautiful apartment complex in Orange City and all this. I get emotional every fucking time I try to talk.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me tell you something.
For you?
Yeah.
Used to be a barn there. It burned down. A friend of mine, Scott, that you already have on tape, burned it down one night. He had an accident. He wasn't even drunk or anything, and he was it was cold outside, and he started a fire for making a little can of soup and burned this big giant barn that was down there. Here I set up my brother's tent for him when he came here just a couple 3 weeks ago, and now he's squared away. He's got box springs and mattress and all his luggage and everything in this rack, and there's his cane, his flip-flops when he gets up to take a squirt. And here's my table. I got TV and I have food and buckets and food, and I got all my spices, and here's my cooking table and do all my cooking. There's my thermos I take to work. A couple of chairs Scott broke, and he, by the way, he's the asshole burning the barn down, but he don't want to cop to it. It's my brother's bed that came out of his apartment that he's no longer in, and he got evicted out. That's Scott's tent, and there my partner came here the day before yesterday over here. He brought his chainsaw and cut a whole boatload of firewood for us because it was getting chilly. Here's where we do our dishes, and this I don't even point your camera over there, please. That was whatever transpired while I was gone for the 7 months. People coming here and doing their gig. That would never be in my camp. The latrine's back there. We have an ambulatory chair back there. We got a shovel, plenty of toilet paper. That's where you go. Back there in the minefield to go use the restroom. There's the Taj Mahal. That's a hell yeah. Go on in there, huh?
Wow, this is spacious.
Very spacious. And I got 2 foam mattresses. Get big sleeping bags. I get my heater, my wine radio, my 45, and my my flashlight, my mom's ashtray, and my thing there in case it rains. And if it starts to rain, we just all conglomerate in here, and you can get underneath here and see how the rain, read your book, and you know, what can you do in the middle of the rainstorm? You know, there's the crew. What can you say? We're cooking chicken. I got my Crown Royal hat on. I'm not doing too bad. I'm not, just because I'm homeless doesn't mean that I'm not, you know, I'm productive. I am very productive. I make money. Starting Monday, I'll be making $80 to $100 a day cash money.
I do what I can, you know, to get by. And it's not easy. It actually really, really sucks, to be honest. I can get by, but I'm not a real happy camper. I hate the euphemism or the whatever that word is. Here I am. I smoke a lot of cigarettes, I drink a lot of beer, and I'll smoke a joint if you got it. Other than that, I don't do nothing. Listen to music, run the camp, cook victuals for everybody who rolls in. There's only 1, 2, 3 people that actually sleep here. The rest of them will leave in a little bit, but they come here because they're fed, they're watered, you know. Dirty Dave runs a camp, and that's me. Getting a little bit emotional, right? I feed the cats. I feed every animal in the camp. Any animal, Rocky, the raccoon, Beatles rolls in here, and I leave little somethings from him so he doesn't get into too much. Then we get the fire, and she's over there peeing. I got a stack of firewood over there. Latrine back there with a shovel on a seat.
You go help her.
We do it right. We got big rolls of toilet paper. She's probably fallen down, and she's a little inebriated, I would believe. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
When I first came here, it was sketchy. But,
what happened?
Oh,
Cressy.
you owe me pills, bitch.
Oh, shut up.
No, I'm going.
Scott.
I'm going home. Yeah, no reason to say that to me. I'm a woman out in the woods. Nah.
Sit down for a couple of seconds, will you? After this man leaves.
How would you like that?
Would you-
Piss in the woods.
Have a seat, woman, and we'll get back to you. Have a piece of chicken. We'll get you sober. We'll get you a rack. We'll get
I
you
am
warm.
sober. That's why I'm at.
Really?
Hello.
Oh, damn it, man. That's pretty sober.
I'm a girl out here. Yeah, I'm not safe. You better shut up. You goddamn monkey.
Okay. Anyways, go find a seat so I can
No,
continue.
because I'm fixing to whip some ass. I don't care if I gotta say out myself. I'm a nurse. Okay, I'm a nurse. I'm an LPN. Ask my brother.
Which
And
one-
I'm in the damn woods with goddamn shit.
Your brother?
That's my sister.
And I am a nurse.
And she's an LPN.
Is that true?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. That's very
And I'm in the woods,
she
and
is-
you want to talk to me like
She's in the woods because of George W. Bush.
It is kind of
I'm a very
beautiful woman.
smart, and beautiful woman.
Damn right she is.
But I'm not
tell you
in
what,
the
she could be
woods.
Give me
Dang.
life,
Well,
give me life, give me
Ow, ow, ow.
peace on earth, give
See
me
what they did?
hope, help me cope with this heavy load.
No, look. Look at him.
He's lazy feeling. Here, let's do this.
I got a
Acapella, me and my brother.
Start over.
And I know you won't
let me
down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. And I found out a
some time ago what a woman can do to your soul.
Oh, but she can
Take you anywhere.
She already knows how to go. 'Cause I got a peaceful, easy feeling. And I know you won't
let me down, 'cause I'm already standing. Yes, I'm already standing. Yes, I'm already standing on the ground. Ooh, whoa, whoa.
I returned to Dirty Dave's homeless camp 3.5 years later. Surprisingly, Dave was still there, but for security reasons, he had moved to what he called the guardhouse at the main entrance to the camp.
Well, remember when you filmed this before? That turned into, I was gone for 8 months. I had a girlfriend, so I moved in with her.
Yeah.
Are you paying attention?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Oh, yeah.
All right, good. And so I was gone for 8 months. I came back, and it didn't look really good down there, so I figured I could just square this place up and reside here. Yeah, I don't like tents anymore because I hate getting stuck in them, because when they come and attack me with butcher knives and hammers, then I'm trapped in there. But now I'm not really trapped. It's tricky out here, man.
Yeah, you got 4 different directions you can go.
Yes. That way. Try to catch me.
That you
I got good wheels still. I'm 49 years old. I still got good wheels, Michael. Got good wheels. I can run like the wind. Especially when it's dark, you ain't finding me. And you come up close, I got you. I got you. Did you see in his journal yesterday or the day before that I was attacked by a machete again, twice in the same month?
No.
Well, go in the archives, DeLand News Journal. DeLand man attacked with a machete, that would be me. I was attacked in the middle of the night, sound asleep at 8 o'clock p.m.
Where were you sleeping?
Right here where your ass is sitting. One guy's 6'6", the other guy's prison boy. And they held me down and beat the snot out of me and held a machete to my neck for a second time. Well, this time, first time I didn't report it. Well, this time I reported it. So they're in deep doo-doo. So, yeah, I was in fear for my life. I thought I was going to die. You know, you hear stories about people getting attacked in homeless camps. Well, this was the real deal, man. This was not pretty.
So you gave them everything you had, or what?
I couldn't.
Why'd they go away?
I made them go away.
How?
I beat them with my voice. Made him say, okay, I had enough. Just scram. Said, I'm not a cop caller, man. Just go away. I've had enough. And I'm bleeding out of both ears. They left, so I dipped, and I went across the street and went to the guard shack and said, call 911. I wasn't giving him a reprieve on the second one. So I called him, and they went and arrested him. The guy still had his machete down the back of his shirt. I know both of them. And so I ratted them out, and which I don't normally do. They went and picked him up, took him to jail, got $35,000 and $25,000 bond, respectively.
And did they live here with you before?
He did temporarily, and I kicked him out, so he was mad about that. So he came back for retribution. Ryan just lived up the street, but he's 6'6". He's a little slow. He's one of those guys, but he's stupid strong. He's 6'6", 225, 250.
Big man.
He's a menace to society, and he needs to be taken off the streets, so I did, and that's what they did.
And what happened before, the previous time?
Well, he beat the snot out of me asleep, and so he got mad at me because I told everybody he couldn't kick my ass on a normal day. Like right now, ain't nobody in this camp would kick my ass. I don't know about you, but I know nobody around here would kick my ass. I'm a little potato, but hard to peel. So that's the kind of shit you gotta worry about out here, man. You know, I'm out here in this guard shack. I pretty much watch anybody because there's camps back there. And I'm the first one that's gonna get it. And here I am. Always, everybody wants to pick on the smallest guy in the camp.
Or disabled.
I'm only 5'5", 155. I mean, I'm not a big giant guy. She was Hitler's mistress and so forth. I read the book already. I read. Ask anybody. And I read the back of cereal boxes. I cannot get enough to read. I love to read. And I love to work. If somebody gave me a job, I'm right here. I'm handsome, and I know a lot of stuff. I'm tooting my own horn. Work with me. Give me a job. Give me an efficiency. Get me out of this mess. I have a very good resume. Yeah, I've worked for 30-something years successfully, and pardon. And nobody. My background check kind of throws a wrench in it a little bit. My name is Manuel Labor. All scrub toilets, all mop floors. I don't care what it is. A paycheck and a little efficiency.
There you go.
So that's good to go. You live down the road, camp. The rules are you gotta stop and call in. Anybody that doesn't, all bets are off. I'm a little itchy. He's a very good boy. My brother, I love him. Boy, do I love that boy. And he's got good pipes. And we just sang, me and him, Amazing Grace for Cindy's memorial. Cindy was one of, she was homeless and she was in bad shape, and she passed on just not too long ago. And she was both our friends and all this. And she got pneumonia, and then family had to come and unplug her and stuff. And we did a little memorial for her, and then we sang Amazing Grace, me and my brother, for her, and we rocked. Amazing Grace.
I remember that.
Anyways, we did that. You remember that, pal?
Yep.
Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound saved a wretch like me. That's close.
When you get with people that live the way that we live, number one rule is always look out for each other. Safety in numbers.
Camaraderie. Always
buddy
look
up.
out for the other guy.
And anything ever happens, if you got an argument with that one, when it comes down to, dirt in the road or
Studs and
whatever
seeds.
it comes down to, you put up together and you hook up, because you've been there. He's got a dime,
You got a nickel.
that's just the way that it works that way.
50-50.
I'm gonna have to rely on him if I ain't got it. He's gonna rely on me when he ain't got it. So we all work together. The only way you could work something like that with the homeless is you'd have to, like with their food stamps, you'd have to take like $100 out, to help pay for every week.
Hey, everybody pitches in. It's a family affair.
Exactly.
Yeah, see that. Everybody, it's a team. There's no I in the word team. You can't get nothing done on your own unless you really got a lot of game. But if everybody pitches in amongst each other, just imagine what you can accomplish.
20 minutes in each room, you got the whole house done.
Yeah.
It would take you 4 hours to do it, but everybody pitch in because you live there together.
It would take you 4.
Well, I can't get along like you.
Well,
we ain't going
You're
there.
up along, Cassidy.
I'm lefty. You see, we enjoy this. Is what makes us. This is what gets us through the day. Is
I
laughing
have
at
a
each
green
other's shit.
thumb like you wouldn't believe. I will grow you some zucchinis this big, watermelons like that. Oh my goodness.
I'm a lawnmower
like
guy
that.
and weed eater guy.
Yeah,
I love
got
and
that
dish
part
guy.
done.
I love dishes.
Meanwhile, you're over there doing
My stuff.
milking the cow or whatever the heck you're
I used to
doing.
work at dairy, so I know how to do all that.
And then you sit down at the table and everybody's eating good and you go, darn it, isn't this great? And you know, baby steps. It's not an
Little by
easy
little.
thing to do, but by God, you know, hopefully it'll transpire. Okay, I'll do a Rodney King on you. Can't we all just get along? We're crying out loud. Can't we all just get along? Huh? Help your brother. Marvin Gaye. Brother, brother. You know. Help each other out, man. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, really, if it comes down to stems and seeds, just help your fellow man out. Hey, man, everything will be groovy. That's what I vote. There, and then we'll show you the other lower camp. Dean Beaver, yeah, he's doing okay. I guess he's in some sort of rehab situation. You know, I think he's doing well right now. I don't think he's drinking or anything. I think his dad's got him back where he wants. It's some sort of like a halfway house or so, something like that. Scott, he's doing okay. We'll give him okay. But his sister, Allison, not too long ago, she walked across the street drunk, got ran over by a beer truck, and she's taking a dirt nap. Yeah, I was sitting there one night just hanging out with my buddies and caught word that Allison walked across the street down there in a truck route 15A in South DeLand. A year before that, so did my buddy John, got ran over by a furniture truck because he was drunk. I guess they don't know how to walk across. You remember they taught you back in the kindergarten that you look both ways.
And then both ways again.
And yeah. And she was a wonderful person. But anyways, there you have it. Look both ways. Lots.
Not once, but a lot of times.
Yeah, stay focused. All the worst shit that's ever happened to me is alcohol related. I had to go over there and she was covered by a tarp and I had to identify the body. And it wasn't pretty. Young people, that's the second person I buried in 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks later I buried 2 more. I miss Allison a lot. She was a really wonderful person. She made groovy scrambled eggs. Oh yeah. I'd buy the eggs, she'd scramble them. And then I let her go for a couple weeks. I put her up here for a minute and then she went down and seen these clowns and then she went across the street to go to the convenience store to get some more beer or whatever she was doing. I don't really know because I couldn't ask her because she was dead. Scott, he gets hit by a car every 3 or 4 days, but he's alright. He gets back up and he's alright. That was his sister.
He is, yeah, that's my ex-girlfriend and his.
We call him Trainwreck.
Yeah, we call him Trainwreck.
Yeah.
Every day, every 3 or 4 days, he comes up here with a bandage or something. You know, he's not been ran over or something.
He comes down the trail. Hey, Dave!
But he ain't more than anybody in this whole place.
Hey, Dave, train wreck coming. I go, oh, goodness. And he's halfway in the woods. I got to collect him. He's 6'4", 250. And I got to carry him, put him in his tent, and then turn around and go collect his bike. And put him as Vodka Scott. And put him in his tent. Put a pillow, cover him up, read him a damn story, you know.
How about Billy Morrow?
Billy's MIA. Nobody knows where he's at. I'm the first person he met when he came to Florida. Billy. Uncle Billy. He come rolling in here one day with his big old goddamn Roy and he said, "Hey, do you think we camp here?" I said, "No," is the answer. But there's a
place over there you can camp, and I buddied up with him, and then after that I took care of him bigger in Dallas, and next thing you know he just dipped. I don't know what happened to him. I forget who told me. It says that he's in some sort of nursing home or something, but I googled that and I done all that happy horse shit. Nobody knows where he's at. He was not doing good. His bowels and stuff, and he had that tumor in his belly and stuff, and he was having it rough. We call him Two Beer Billy. There's his picture right up there.
Got it right there.
I drew that for him as Two Beer Billy 20 years ago. That's what he looked like. That's the joint in his mouth and his tattoos. I miss him bad, man, because I worry about him.
It's a hard life, but it's a comfortable life if you got the right friends around you.
It's a horrible life, and I'm done
yes,
with it.
and I'm tired.
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I try and I try and I try, man. You know, it cut me a break. I'm through with this. I'm about ready to move on, maybe go south. I don't know. But it's tough. You can go ahead and sugarcoat it all you want, pal, but it ain't.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat because I know where you come from.
It sucks. Every day it sucks. I want more for myself. I want to better myself. I fake it like I'm having fun. Yeah, not so much. I feel like hammered shit. Sucks.
He's always took care of me. Made sure I was fed, clothed, warm. It's hard.
Nobody rolls it.
It's a hard life.
Goes hungry, cold, or thirsty.
Feed everybody we can.
And end up not sleeping or eating myself. Make sure everybody else does it, though.
He's always made sure that I've always had anything I need, right, Dave?
That's what I do. And I'll end up going to bed hungry, but everybody else is warm, thirsty.
And he's always told me, though, I don't have to worry about leaving wide open. He's got my back.
Damn right.
I can sleep and snore. I know that if something happens, he's going to get up first. Take care of business, because we're in the woods, man. It's hard life. It is hard-ass life. I ain't Daniel Boone.
Yeah, I think this guy's on the right track because he may be crazy, but he ain't stupid. Look at that. Let's do this. Okay? Let's do this, man. Come on with it. And let's give him a heads up or a leg up, which way you want to call it.
I can give him a leg.
It drives me nuts. Oh, goodness. It drives me nuts. Look.
How'd you lose it?
I got a drunk driver when I was 23. I'm 50. I'm going on 56 October, so I'm 55. But I lost the elbow and everything, so had a lot of shit going on in my life. And you're more than welcome then once you get a roof over your head and all that, and your self-esteem goes from here to way up, and you feel like a grown person again.
Right, grow some veggies.
And I go out and do my own stuff now, because I've got to eat tomorrow, so I'm going to plant something. It's like what do people call Amish people? They work together, build barns together and all that. Exactly. Once you get somebody that does something for you, your self-esteem kicks up a little bit. You go, well, I need, while he's gone or she's gone, I need to do a little something. And you get up and rake or you make beds or something. You do something because your self-esteem's up. Next thing you know, 2 months later, you're going, oh, I got a little cash in my pocket. And you start feeling like you should have felt a long time ago as your own person, your own yourself. Takes
It's tough.
village raise one child. Takes a village raise grown men too and women.
I want to sleep now, but I know it's gonna get dark pretty soon, and then I got any little noise. I
So you
wake
gotta
up
wake
and
up.
I'm like, buh, 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 buh. It's hated.
And when you're trying to go to sleep at night, you don't know who's coming in. If you hear any kind of, automatically you're sleeping halfway, but you got your mind's awake. So you're not sleeping really. So you sleep what do you call it?
Sleep deprivation.
And that, yeah. And so then after 3 or 4 days, you're just going. But you know you can't go to sleep because you don't know who's going to roll up. See?
And pretty soon you go like this.
Yeah, then you.
Piss on it. I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
Let him come and kill me.
That's it.
I don't give a shit. Don't let him have it. You're pretty much thrown in the towel. You give up. You know, I don't want to ever give up. I ain't throwing in the towel. I'm tougher than that. Not giving up ever. No, sir. I am never gonna throw in the towel, but boy, I've thought about it a bunch of times, and I've thought about doing another bunch of stuff that's really unchristian-like thoughts, like making myself go away. Look at the blood all over my pillows and stuff from when he hit me in the head with a machete, man. That's all the blood all over my come out of my head from the. Yeah, that's the first time. There's the second time. Whew. I'm through. I gotta ride my bicycle down there and hit the spigot and shave and drinking water. I got feral cats. I gotta feed them. They eat better than I do.
How many cats do you have?
18 is the number.
One's pregnant.
2 is.
Yeah, 2.
2 pregnant cats.
I got
So
one,
that's gonna turn into 1 million of them.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Yeah, thanks for reminding me about that. And yeah. So, you know, the easiest things that you get to do, you know, throw laundry in there. Well, I do it out of a 5-gallon bucket, and I wash my laundry, and I put it on a clothesline out there or a vine.
Yep.
You know, and that's my fault. That's my bad. I can do better if I would just put the beer down and somebody just give me a job. In the meantime, while I'm not getting a job, is while you're getting up and making scrambled eggs and bacon for your kids, I gotta get up and make a fire, get heat going, get the cooker going or whatever. And then, you know, it's tricky. But if you need help, you know where to get it? There you go. Right here in this barn. You're my brother. And if I can't help you out, then what about maybe I'm that guy later on down the road and I need a little help. And then you help me out. Work together on this. We're all in this gig together, aren't we? I mean, really.
Dave often says,
I'll be here for you if you'll be here for me. If you won't be here for me,
I'll still be here for you. He's a good person. I spent 13 years in the Army. Those were good years. But now, it's bad years. My sister Allison Faith Curry, at the time when she was in high school, was Miss DeLand High in 1974. She was beautiful. I mean, beyond recognition. I mean, she was hot. She stayed in nursing for so many years, and then she started drinking and she went downhill. I mean, when she got divorced, everything went down. Allison became homeless in 1997. She ended up in Tennessee with some friend took her to Tennessee, and next thing you know, she's sleeping under bridges and stuff like that in the cold in a box. And you know, I don't know, you know, she's had 3 cars stolen from her in her life. Man, she had all the rotten luck in the world. But she was a good sister. I love her. She used to be an LPN until she lost her license, and you know, she was trying to get her license back, but then she had the accident and got hit by a car. That was the end of her. She had to skip to where she skipped all the time, and she must have skipped that time and skipped in front of that car.
She had an involuntary skip?
Mm-hmm.
So she skipped everywhere she went?
Yeah. She was hit by a 23-year-old girl, and that girl wasn't too happy about it. Well, all I know is she was going back to her tent, and she was crossing the street, and she skipped, and right in front of the car she went, and the car hit her, and she flew down an embankment, and they couldn't even find her body until in the morning. She had skipping disease.
Is that what she called it? Skipping disease?
No, I don't know what she called it, but it was skipping.
Mm-hmm. She couldn't walk, she could only skip.
Yep.
When did it start?
I guess about 5 years ago. When she was getting drunk, I don't know.
That's interesting. Have you ever, I guess, you moved too slow to skip, huh?
I moved too slow. I wish I could skip. I used to skip school all the time. I'd smile with my teeth are rotten. I used to have beautiful teeth. But I got on crystal meth for 6 years, and it totaled my teeth. That was a mistake. I don't even smoke pot no more.
Do you drink?
A little bit, not much. They used to call me Vodka Scott, but I can't handle that crap no more. It's rough. Especially when I have these daggum seizures. I bit my tongue the last time I had it. It was Tuesday night, and it was a bad one. I mean, I was in someone else's camp. I got up, walked out through the woods. There wasn't no trail. Barefoot. Went out to the road. Thought I was in the cemetery. 52 years old and flopping around like a fish. Can't understand this world. There's good people and there's bad, but you know, the government, oh, they are messed up. Y'all need to build that daggum homeless park. There's a lot of people around here that need it. A lot of people. And I'm sure a whole lot of people around here would take care of it too. Including myself. I got ran over by a 2-ton truck back in 2009 on Hontoon Road. I was in Halifax. They airlifted me to Halifax Hospital for 5 weeks. I was all messed up. I can't work, and you know, a lot of the homeless people I know can't work, but want to work, but there's no place to work around here. They used to have a job ponder place around here, but they don't have it now. You got to go all the way to Sanford to find a job ponder. And homeless people run here, ain't got no daggum cars. Me and Dave done a bunch of wild things together out here. But I ain't saying nothing. With girls, I'm saying. When there was a pond out back, me and Dave, I said, Dave, I'm going down here to catch dinner. And he goes, yeah, you ain't gonna catch nothing. Well, I went out there for 10 minutes. I come back with a 6-pound bass, and we ate dinner. He freaked out. There's a mattress down there. Dave's mattress. But you gotta take something dry before it goes down there. With his girls.
What kind of women do you see?
Oh,
around
God. Nice woman. I ain't never seen no dogs. What is now Dave's home used to be a garage. And it had pecky cypress all the way around it. Till some daggum crackheads come up here, took the wood down and sold it for money so they could get crack. This guardhouse now has no walls. If a hurricane comes through, the roof's coming off. The whole thing will fall over. It's amazing we've been able to be here for 4 or 5 years and haven't been trespassed. Most camps don't last but a couple months, even if that. But most camps are around houses that have kids, and when there's a bunch of people out there partying or whatever, they hear it and they call the cops, and the cops come out and postpone no trespassing signs. I love my sister so very much. I'm about to cry. But she's dead now, and I got her ashes. And as far as I know, she's still beautiful in my heart. And my mother still loves her too. I can't see no more. Let's go see my mom.
I got this done. I don't think we need to see your guns. I got that. Okay, would you put your gun down, please? Christian's Allison's grandson. He's 4 years old. Take a picture of this. Yes. She's my oldest daughter. She liked her work. Just lost her job when she got into the wrong things. She never left me without saying she loved me. And there wasn't any, you know, you try so many times to change them and help them, and it doesn't do any good if they don't want it. It's like Scott's been living in the woods since he was out of high school because he liked it. But then he found out that's where he was going to be living as he got older, and you know, that's not good.
Not easy, growing old in the woods.
No. I've often wondered, you know, at least it seems like the bigger cities care more about the homeless than this area does. I don't know why. But they don't do anything here except have the police chase them off wherever they are. I think Tiger Base is the solution. Either that or, you know, at least find them some work. I've got all I can handle. I can't handle anymore.
This is one of the things that I do just to keep myself busy. Plus it helps the house at the same time. That's my friend Gene right there. He does most of the maintenance around here. He's up there. Way up there.
Almost got it, Ronnie. I'll be doing here in a little bit.
Not quite 9 months ago, I got on Social Security. So
that's the very best thing that's happened to me since then. Now, I haven't had a thing to drink in 3 years. Well, I'm on the board of directors, of course, you know, for the homeless coalition, so that's pretty good. And I do speaking engagements all over the county. I did one yesterday. I tell the same story, but I mix it up a little bit so it's not so boring, in case somebody else has heard it. About 3.5 years ago, I took care of my mother till she passed away, and then helped out with the house and things like that till she passed away. And I went and fell down 2 flights of stairs, broke my neck. I busted up my hip, my shoulder, 4 ribs, and sprained my ankles. Yeah, you coming down?
Yeah.
Let's hope you don't fall.
Okay. Ouch.
We do mostly of all the maintenance around here.
And I just try to help out around here, showing my gratitude. Before I was homeless, and I came from Kentucky to Miami and back here. Mike Coleman of the Palmetto House. He's the one that gave me a chance. And I'm really thankful that he did, because he saved me. I said I was doing drugs before and I needed help. And Mike was the only one to turn to that I could find. And he gave me a chance. And I'm so grateful for that I'm indebted to him for life. I ain't going back no more. There's 67, almost 70 people here, 48 apartments. And I try to help them with the maintenance everywhere, so help them save money. And he don't pay me, I just do it out of the kindness of my heart. Just help him out. And I don't mind at all, because I like fixing things. So, works out both ways.
I don't turn around on the steps. This is how I got hurt in the first place. This is our kitchen right here. We get donations pretty much every day. The church is bringing in. This is the common area. This is where everybody meets. There's a meeting. This is the lobby. I'm close to, since I'm disabled, I'm close to the everything. This is my room. I did clean up a little bit. And this is all mine. This is all my stuff that I've accumulated over the 2 years.
And you have a separate bedroom. That's cool.
Yeah. I get $898 every month from Social Security, and that just started about 9 months ago. And that's one of the biggest things that's helped keeping me on my feet, and also keeping me from losing this apartment. You do have to pay your fees on time, and it's $430 a month here. Even when I really don't want to go see Dave, I'll get this feeling that I need to go see Dave. And we always help each other, no matter what happens. I love him so much. I know what kind of position he's in now. I was in the same position almost 3 years ago. He wasn't physically abusive towards me, but he was verbally abusive towards me at times. And that's because of the alcohol between the both of us. We get along great when he's not too inebriated.
Somebody killed my brother, so I went and killed him.
I don't know anything about a murder, or maybe I wasn't told, but that's the story that I was told about my brother Jim. It was a terrible accident. He fell off a cliff watching some hang gliders out in California, up on the seashore, way up about 75 feet. He fell to his death, and it was he broke his neck. Yeah, come on in.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I just wondered if you want to go fishing. I didn't know you just wasn't done yet.
Oh, okay. All
I'll
right.
talk to you later.
Okay. Are you done?
Ronnie, thanks for helping me.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
All right, Gene. He's a kid at heart. He doesn't want to grow up too much. He wants to stay as he is. He wants to stay just how he is right now. But that's not going to happen, because his evolution is going to be right where he's at until he's ready to come out of there. And I hope it's never too late for him to get out of the woods. I hope that he gets into some kind of rehab pretty soon, because it's going to kill him. He was rambunctious, that's for sure. He was the little one of the family. He was, I guess you could call him the baby of the family. So he was coddled most of the time. We had to watch him because he was so small. He'd come after us. We'd tease him a lot. He'd come after us with hammers and knives and stuff like that, coming after us, chasing us, because he had to make up for himself being his size he was. He's not a very big person. He started doing his drinking with my dad. Did a lot of drinking with my dad. I've seen a lot of injuries come from Dave's alcoholism, and that was just one of them. But he's gotten beat up quite a few times from the alcoholism. I saw them beat up on Scott. I saw some brawls. Some guys that didn't stay there that often, that came in and came out and just drank, and then would just try to start trouble with Dave and just pick on the lowliest. But they would never pick on me. They knew that I was defenseless. I had a hatchet thrown at me one time and got out of the way just in time. That's about as close as I've come to the violence. I've seen a lot of people come into the woods, into the camp, and I've never seen them leave before. I don't know what they did with them. These are transients. I've never seen what happened to them, and I guess I was never told what happened to them. Maybe they were buried or something. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I know that this one guy came in there, and the next day he was gone, and all of his stuff was still there. So I don't know what happened to him. I don't know whether they killed him, or I know Dave didn't have nothing to do with it, but those guys were the guys that beat up Dave and beat up Scott were there during that time, and these guys were the ones that started all the trouble all the time. They'd come wandering into camp and start that out. I went to Stuart Marchman, and I spent 2 weeks there. It was the hardest thing that I ever did. I fell 2 times from the drugs that I was on. But I was pretty bad off too anyways with my alcoholism. Yes, I did go through the DTs, but I was let down really easily with the medicines that they gave me, the nutrition, and they kept me busy too. Most people don't get that. They get their detoxification, but then they're left on the streets, and then they're back to square one again. And they have 1 or 2 days of clean time, and then they're back on the alcohol or the drugs or whatever they have. And Tiger Bay would be right next door to the detox at Stuart Marchman, and they could get the help that they need and get the rooms. And we don't have shelters in that area. We have the Star Shelter that's here for families and stuff like that, but I don't know any shelter that's like the Tiger Bay Village. I thought I would never get out of the woods, and now here I am. And that'll never, ever happen again. I'll never be in the woods. Boy, this would be great if I was looking out over a lake right now.
That following summer, I heard through the grapevine that Dirty Dave's homeless camp had been raided by the county sheriff's department. The residents had been trespassed off the land, and the cats had been rounded up. After 5 years of nearly continuous use, the original camp was now abandoned. Dave and Scott moved to another patch of woods, not far from the old camp, nearly 4 years after we had first met.
They brought these kids over there with the ankle bracelets. I go, where do you come from, man? What are you doing here? Oh, my probation officer, I just got out of prison. They dropped me off here. It says it's okay to camp here. I go, I call the shots here at this camp. Next thing you know, they're here for a couple weeks and they're doing their stupid stuff, you know. And next thing you know, here comes 5-0, a retired captain of the sheriff's department, Volusia County Sheriff's Department, apparently bought the property, and they said, scram.
I scrammed. I had to, break camp and start fresh. I am 50 years old right now, and I feel like I'm about 80. Born on the 4th of July, 1962. You know what's harder than quit drinking? Is quit smoking.
Yeah.
Drinking thing, I really don't have that big a problem with. The smoking thing's got me worse than anything. Good advice.
Don't never smoke cigarettes. They're bad. Real bad.
Forced rehab. I almost thought about committing a crime to go to forced rehab. You know what that is? It's called jail. Bit the snot out of me, man. Fell from a tree, landed on my neck, and went BAM! That dogger right there is nothing to monkey with. I gotta look that up on my Twitter, that one. Look at that bad boy, man. He's got a mouth on him, huh? He monkeyed me up, man. Fell off a tree, land on my neck. Never seen nothing like that. That's it. That's Oreo cookie. I don't know what it is. With my Dr. Doolittle, every time I turn around, animals just come flock to me. It's the craziest thing. I got here, I was here 3 days, all of a sudden, I get new animals. I just got rid of 100 of them. You know what I mean? She goes, what's your profession? What's your vocation? So I'm a microbiologist.
And where were you?
And she bought it.
Where were you?
Down there.
It was in a bar, or?
Yes, would be the answer.
All right. You just started chatting her up?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm handsome. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And I played the guitar a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
She said, no way, I'm a liar.
Mm-hmm.
I said, no, I'm not. I can prove it. She says, well, where do you live? And I said, over here. Just like I said before, my house is made out of nylon and fiberglass. It's called a tent. She goes, no way. Yeah. And so I brought her here and I showed her and she still didn't believe it. She was upper echelon. I can't use that name. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, boy, I can't use that one.
Yeah.
She didn't believe me. But I had to show her up close and personal. I did. She goes, you were telling the truth. I go, I don't lie. That's one thing I can't do is lie.
Yeah.
Everything that comes out of my mouth just flows. You know what I mean? She fell in love with me. It works that way, man. I don't know how it works. He's a short, ugly guy, but
There's an understandable tendency to turn away from the ugly picture presented by dishonest and disturbed people engaged in unsavory and illegal activities. Desperate people often portray themselves as smarter, tougher, sexier, happier, or more sober than they really are. No one likes liars, so it's especially galling that our dysfunctional society has cooked up some whoppers derived from fables and fallacies cloaked in deceptions that far surpass the lies told by Dirty Dave and his friends. To avoid facing unpleasant truths, it's easier to blame the homeless and figure they've gotten what they deserve for their personal choices. We don't have to like the homeless or believe all the stories they tell about themselves, but we should try to understand the overwhelming social and economic forces that create homelessness and begin to make reasonable and helpful decisions based on the facts. But even if it's difficult to understand the complexities of particular cases, it's easy to see that it costs society more to turn a blind eye than to look the problem in the eye and find efficient and compassionate solutions. Scott and his sister Allison were loving and adored kids at one time, and every one of us carries within us the basic needs that every child has. These needs go far beyond a handout or a feeding station. A spectrum of services for bringing back someone to their full potential could be properly met by villages for the homeless that can rehabilitate those who have a chance of re-entering society, and also give shelter, care, and purpose to those who need special and permanent consideration. Allison and others who have died on the streets could have been helped by these villages. We must challenge the failings of the status quo. Communities for the chronic adult homeless, like Tiger Bay Village, would address the major causes of homelessness. But there is institutional resistance that can only be overcome by public outrage, followed by constructive activism.
And I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground.